The call came at 9:47 a.m., the kind of time that feels too ordinary to be dangerous. I was in my office, half listening to the quiet hum of my computer when my phone buzzed. Unknown number. I almost didn't answer. "Mr. Hale?" A woman's voice, measured, professional. "I'm the college counselor at Brookview High. I was hoping to speak with you regarding Emma and Ryan's financial aid documentation. Their mother hasn't been responding." Their mother, not our. My wife was in the kitchen downstairs, laughing at something on her phone. I could hear it through the vents. Her laugh always carried too easily. I told the counselor I wasn't aware of any applications. She paused, long enough to make the air between us uncomfortable. "Oh, I see. They mentioned you preferred not to be involved in their college planning." Silence. I ended the call politely. My hand trembled, just slightly, as I set the phone down. Not involved. That was the phrase. It clung to the walls of my mind like smoke. I thought about last week's dinner, their side glances, the way Emma had said, "You don't have to worry about our college stuff, Dad. We've got it handled." And my wife, her fork stilling midair, adding softly, "Yes, maybe just let them do their thing, okay? Keep your opinions to yourself this time." This time. I remember the weight of that sentence, the quiet insult hidden in calm tone. I didn't say a word, but now, listening to her laugh downstairs, light, effortless, I felt something inside me tilt, a small shift, a recalibration. They didn't want my opinions, so I decided they wouldn't get my money either. That night, I watched them from the doorway as they planned their future. Ryan's laptop glowed between them. College websites, essay drafts. My wife perched beside them, smiling, her hand absently resting on his shoulder. So natural, so domestic. I stood there longer than I should have. They didn't see me. Or maybe they did and chose not to acknowledge me. Every word they spoke was low, conspiratorial. Every laugh sounded rehearsed. When my wife finally looked up and caught my eye, she didn't flinch. She only smiled that soft, careful smile, the one she used when she wanted me to feel unreasonable for existing. "We're almost done," she said. "Don't stay up worrying, okay?" I nodded, and I didn't stay up worrying. I stayed up watching. I began to notice things I hadn't before. The locked folder on her desktop labeled Documents, Private. The call she took in the car before coming inside. The sudden transfers from our joint account, small enough not to raise alarm, frequent enough to matter. Every night she said the same thing before turning away in bed. "It's all under control." And it was, just not by me. That word, control, used to mean something when I said it. Now it sounded foreign, hollow. I was financing a life that excluded me, a family I no longer belonged to. And still, I said nothing. When you've been quietly erased from your own family, you learn to move in silence too. I started small. Bank statements, browser history, old emails synced to the shared tablet. The truth, I discovered, leaves fingerprints everywhere. The college counselor had been right. My name was missing from every application. Every form listed mother only under financial contributor. They'd crafted a neat little narrative. Stepfather, uninvolved, wishes not to contribute. But that wasn't the part that caught me. It was the essay drafts. Emma's personal statement began, "Growing up, my stepfather never believed in me. He always had opinions, always in the way." My throat tightened. I read it twice, then 3 times. She'd built her story out of my silence, turned my restraint into neglect. And my wife? Her emails told me she'd approved every version, sent feedback. "Make sure to emphasize your independence," she'd written. "Don't mention his name. It'll only complicate things." Complicate things. That's what I'd become. A complication. So I stopped funding complications. I withdrew what was mine. Quietly. Methodically. I left her half untouched. Enough to keep appearances steady. Then I waited. The counselor called again. This time she sounded, "Mr. Hale, I tried reaching your wife, but the tuition payment didn't go through. The account was declined." I almost felt sorry for her discomfort. Almost. "I see," I said. "Perhaps she should handle it. They preferred to do things themselves, after all." A pause. Then a careful, "Understood." I ended the call. That evening, I came home early. My wife was on the phone, voice tight with panic. "No, there must be a mistake. The funds should be there. Check again." I stood in the doorway, silent. She turned, startled, mid-sentence. The way her face shifted, the flicker of recognition, the dawning realization was almost beautiful. "You didn't," she started. "I did." Her lips parted, but no words came. I walked past her, placed the printed emails, the counselor's messages, the essay drafts, on the counter. "I kept my opinions to myself," I said, "just like you asked." Her breath caught. "And my wallet, too." The house was silent except for the ticking clock. Emma came downstairs, confusion on her face. "Mom, what's going on?" My wife turned to her, eyes glassy. He stopped the payments." Emma looked at me, disbelief sharp in her voice. "You can't do that. This is our future." "Our future?" I repeated softly. "Funny, I thought I wasn't part of it." She flinched. Ryan appeared on the stairs, frozen halfway down. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't need to. The quiet carried its own gravity. "I read your essay," I said to Emma, "the one where I'm the obstacle. The one you wrote about the man who never believed in you." She paled. Her mouth opened, closed. I turned to my wife. "You edited it. You guided the story. You built your independence out of my erasure." Her eyes filled with something. Regret, fear, maybe shame. But it came too late. "I'm done financing fiction," I said. I moved out 2 weeks later. They called once, twice. I didn't answer. The silence was cleaner this way, sterile, final. Sometimes I think about that morning call. The counselor's polite confusion. It had been the first honest moment in months. They wanted freedom from my opinions. They earned it. And me? I learned that silence, when chosen, isn't weakness, it's control. I built my new life on it. Cold, simple, untouched. The last thing I told her before I left, tell them their tuition bill is an opinion. They can keep it to themselves too. And I never looked back.